what happens when you first get a move out of a long drawn-out consolidation? Everybody's excited, everybody buys, everybody's in, and thinks it's going to just go in a straight line. And then we flush out excess leverage. The market goes against what a lot of people think, or a lot of people that are not very careful with their trade plans do. And then you hit the real move, the quick move, catching a lot of people off guard. And I think that happens quite quickly. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing on the charts. This is why I'm excited for what Bitcoin's doing, but I do not think that this is the move people think it is. I think you still come back down to this level right here, around 63.3, 63.4, something like that. Hello everyone, my name is Dean, and let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for almost daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is May 15th, 2024. And the big move in Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency markets starts now. However, we should and can expect a minor retracement. I'm going to show you where I believe that is. If that sounds interesting to you, then watch until the very end. Hope everyone's having a great day. Let's get started. All right. Stop me if you've heard this before. Long drawn out consolidation. You know, we've been going sideways for quite some time. Then we finally get a big move. And then after that big move, a strong pullback. We see it all the time. Okay, and this is why, if you're a small time frame trader, or I don't know, for some reason you're looking for an entry, look at what's going on and think about what always happens the first thing the first time we get a big move after a long drawn out consolidation. Now, high time frame, nothing really matters, because high time frame, this is just the beginning of great big moves to come. Okay, this long drawn out consolidation here on the small time frame, and then this larger long drawn out consolidation, this 60+ day channel that's right below all-time high in Bitcoin, is almost guaranteed to yield big, large, gains to the upside, right? That's what we've been saying on this channel. Consolidation under all-time highs means that you're eventually going to get new all-time highs and massive moves to the upside, especially when you cross this area and you're in price discovery, no prior resistances, okay, historically speaking, on the charts. But that has yet to happen. And I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, right? So I have a few thoughts on what's happening, and I did post on Buy Me a Coffee this morning what I thought was likely to happen, but I have some amendments to that. So here goes. High time frame, nothing's really changed. I still have this as my first main target. Doesn't necessarily mean that once we get here, we nuke. No. I think I'll show you what I think happens once we get here, but I think this is a legitimate target, okay? Smaller time frame. Let's jump down on the hourly time frame. Here's what I'm seeing, okay? Smaller time frame, our trade thesis of this being a descending wedge, right, that was likely to bullishly break out is happening, okay? So we saw this as a descending wedge, and a move up and back, which was a breakout retest, would eventually yield a breakout. I don't think that breakout is here yet. I repeat, I do not think that breakout is here yet. Let me explain. First, let me draw your attention to the nice rounded bottom that you see on the support level of our descending wedge. Rounded bottoms typically indicate extremities, tops or bottoms, on charts. So I really like that, okay? I really like this rounded bottom. Additionally, once we see, I want to pay attention to this price action right here. So like I said, here you have a breakout, a retest, and after that retest, now I'm looking at corrective price action, okay? More specifically, now zooming into that, more specifically, that corrective price action is a series of corrective patterns, okay? And what I'm seeing is this. I'm seeing an A wave, a resulting B wave. An A wave, a sort of associative or a corresponding B wave. I see this as a type of A wave, but it's not a flat correction, it's a zigzag, and I'm seeing a pullback here on the small time frames. I'm seeing this pullback, and when I said that this wasn't our breakout, it's because I'm seeing this as a type of zigzag, not necessarily a pure impulse. I do not think this is pure impulse, and I said that this morning on Buy Me a Coffee when I put my ideas out. I was like, oh yeah, this is pure impulse. No, I don't think this is pure impulse. And reason being is because I'm seeing my 2 degrees of AB bracing right here, first degree, second degree. I'm seeing this as a pivot, and I really like this trade idea, especially because we have a very important level here. Okay, let's zoom out. This is extremely important because the chart tells us so. The chart tells us that this midline, this heart line of this 60+ day accumulation period was resistance on this point. It was, you know, not as clear resistance, but resistance at this point as well. And very clearly from May, the first week of May to right now, it's been resistance, okay? It's been resistance. Every single time we come up to this level around 63.3, it's been resistance, resistance, and then we finally break out. What happens after you break significant resistance? You typically retest it as support. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing that this level right here is clear resistance where we're at right now. So I believe this is the level where we do get some sort of retracement. Also, if you look at this right here, this is, for me, some sort of inverse head and shoulders bullish reversal pattern. The breakout superimposed from the side of breakout yields this technical target. And typically when you get these inverse head and shoulders, you get a breakout, a retest, then your real breakout. Okay, so I'm expecting, I think the real party starts when Bitcoin retests this heart line, which is so important. Okay, why is it so important? Because if you zoom out, you understand that this is the heart line of, or the midline, the heart line, whatever you want to call it, of this 60+ day channel. Let's try and draw that again. This 60+ day channel. This 60+ day channel, 2+ months of Bitcoin going sideways. This is the midline. Despite this strong daily bullish candle, you must retest the midline. I don't think that retest of the midline necessarily happens once we hit this target. I'm going to get to that in a moment. But I think that happens here and now. And then once that happens, we can finally leave this channel for good. Okay, this channel, every channel has 3 important aspects. It has a support, a resistance, and a midline. All 3 have to be tested thoroughly. Okay, the support was tested thoroughly. We can leave the support. The resistance was tested, but it has to be retested. We can talk about that much later, because it probably will be retested as support later on. But the midline, I think, gets retested as support right here in this move, okay? And because on the smaller time frames, let's go back to the 15-minute, I'm seeing this as a type of zigzag. I can't necessarily speak to the timing of this, okay? But I wouldn't be surprised if it happened sometime after hours, you know, maybe 10, 11 p.m., something like that, where, you know, you come up and then you get this retest down here, and essentially you're retesting all of this as a zigzag. So if I'm taking my Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom, what do you get? So let's zoom out so you can have more perspective on this. Look, I took the Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom of my purported start of my zigzag, my 5 waves up, give me 3 waves down to the 0.5618 area, confluent with the midline, confluent with the top of this inverse head and shoulders. Let's clean that up so you can see the inverse head and shoulders once again. That's my left shoulder, that's my right shoulder, that's my head. I like this. I like this trade idea. This is when the party starts. This is when you get the serious impulsive move up, okay? And the serious impulsive move up will probably happen in such a way that it goes in one fell swoop, in one 4-hourly or 1-hourly candle to our target right here, okay? Remember, why is this our target? 2 reasons. 1, because it's the top of this descending wedge. 2, because it is the top of this 60+ day channel here, okay? It's the top of the 60+ day channel. So this is why this is still my target. This is why, although this is a great move that we've put in today, I think we've retraced a lot of it in this move down, and that is normal because what happens when you first get a move out of a long drawn-out consolidation? Everybody's excited, everybody buys, everybody's in, and thinks it's gonna just go in a straight line, and then we flush out excess leverage. The market goes against what a lot of people think, or a lot of people that are not very careful with their trade plans do, and then you hit the real move, the quick move, catching a lot of people off guard. And I think that happens quite quickly, okay? So that's what I'm seeing on the charts. This is why I'm excited for what Bitcoin's doing, but I do not think that this is the move people think it is. I think you still come back down to this level right here, around 63.3, 63.4, something like that. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Giving me a little bit of sort of, not confidence, supporting this trade thesis is what I'm seeing in the US dollar currency index. As most of you all know, US dollar currency index is inversely correlated with Bitcoin and risk on assets in general. What we're seeing on a high time frame is the DXY doing what it's been doing. It's basically been consolidating in this range ever since last year, late last year. It's been in this range. But what's really cool is that we've hit the top of this range, right? The top of this range that's been, you know, true for almost a year now, many months, is resistance quite clearly, okay? And again, high time frame, you're dealing with a massive zigzag where you're 5 waves up, or 5 waves down, sorry, 3 waves up, 5 waves down. And so once we hit the top of this range, it was very likely that we were going to get a big move in risk on assets, and that means a big move in Bitcoin, big move in altcoins, and crypto in general, stocks, bonds, all that stuff. So that's what I'm seeing. So high time frame, DXY is very bullish for risk on assets, for crypto, for Bitcoin. Small time frames though, and I mean really small time frame, do expect a pullback right here as I'm seeing it, because you've come down impulsively here. So I'm on the hourly time frame. You've come down impulsively in your DXY, but you put in this break of structure, this break of structure right here, okay? I count this as a break of structure where you break this downtrend right here, okay? And so these corrective patterns come in threes, meaning if this is initial break of structure, this is a B wave. I'm expecting one last move to complete this, right? So a 3-wave move, A, B, C. That is that move up, which would retest that lost support as resistance. And that is exactly the move right here that I'm seeing in Bitcoin coming down to 63.3. And then this big move down is our massive move up, hitting our first target in Bitcoin. Hope that was helpful. Hope that was useful. Guys, if you found value, like, share, and subscribe. Consider buying me a coffee at the pinned comment below. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.